Okay, let's proceed to the other powers of administrative agencies. You have what you call the determinative powers. This include the powers to direct and enable. So the directing power is the power to impose corrective measures, assessments, reparations, awards, and abstract determinations. Like the NLRC, NLRC directs um, employers to pay reparations or awards in case there is underpayment of wages and so on. No? They impose corrective measures for employers, for example, who fail to pay the minimum wage. No, enabling functions, those that permit the doing of an act which the law undertakes to regulate, and which would be unlawful with government without government approval. Um, um, the most common example is the issuance of licenses to engage in a particular business or occupation, no? Like the PRC for the practice of professions. For the DTI, the issuance of permits to do business, and the driver's license. No, driving is a mere privilege. No, so that's the enabling function. So then we have the equitable function, the power to apply equity through law. So issuance of injunctions, dispensing the power to exempt from or relax a greater or general prohibition. In summary, the application of compulsion without a judicial warrant. So restraints uh, for levy for delinquency and abatement. You also have the investigative powers. This is the power to inspect or to require the submission of documents or disclosure of information. This inquisitorial power, which is also known as the examining or investigatory power, allows the administrative body to inspect the records and premises and investigate the activities of persons or entities coming under the jurisdiction, or to require disclosure of information by means of accounts, records, reports, production of documents. BIR, for example, may require the submission of documents pertaining to taxes. The Department of Labor may conduct inspections on work premises, no, to determine if there is humane conditions of work, to determine if there's proper deductions made for the employees, and whether or not the minimum wage law has been um, implemented fairly in the workplace. No? So investigatory powers. No? CHED and DepEd also inspects or requires disclosure of information on certain cases. No? The power to investigate consists of gathering, organizing, and analyzing evidence, which is a useful aid as a tool in an agency's performance of its rulemaking or quasi-judicial function. Notably, investigation is indispensable to prosecution. So, other powers, well, fact finding also. Um, a law may give to non-judicial officers the power to declare the existence of facts which call into operation its provisions. Similarly, may grant to commissioners and other subordinate officers the power to ascertain and determine the appropriate facts as the basis for procedure in the enforcement of particular laws. Um, so this may allow, in fact, agencies to streamline their operations given certain facts that they may discover in certain areas of their concern. Licensing, the power to issue licenses, includes it involves the grant, renewal, denial, revocation, suspension, annulment, withdrawal, limitation, amendment, modification, or conditioning of a license. Then you have fixing of wage, rates, and prices. Okay. The fixing of wages may be legislative or quasi-judicial. It's legislative when such rules um, or rates are meant to apply to all enterprises at a given kind of a given kind throughout the Philippines. But it's quasi-judicial if it applies only to specific persons, no? So, depende yan siya, where and when it applies. So, this concept of primary jurisdiction, prior resort, and exhaustion of administrative remedies, we go to this on the next video.